Now, here's Chris.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Chris Moyles Show. And thanks to Adam Brown.
Adam Brown.
He's a bad.
Radio X.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's
better. I had my wrong monitoring on.
That's Ron monitoring for you.
That's it.
That's just in our headphones.
Yeah.
Thanks to Adam Brown.
I'm free.
There you go.
It's safely in Manchester, we could do that.
Well, we just had a mild panic. I had a mild
We
panic
did?
attack seconds before the show started.
That wakes you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you don't need to know how radio works or the equipment works to understand and go with me on this story, but I'll just give you a little bit of background information. So in front of me, I have a few screens. I have an array of faders and buttons and knobs and switches on the radio DJ desk. And you have faders. You've seen mixing studios and videos and stuff. And the faders is like a volume knob, right? But it fades up and down. So if I want the music to go louder, I push the fader up like that. And if I want the music to go quieter, I fade it down like that. So you just push it up, down, up, down, depending on who you are.
Barney.
You might do this. Good morning. How you doing? Nice to see you. That's what some DJs do. And it's really annoying once you notice it.
Fader wiggling.
That's fader wiggling.
That's exactly what it is.
Now, it also is the same for the microphone. So if I want to fade myself out, I just pull down the fader slowly like that. If I want to be louder, I fade it back up again like that. Now, when you switch the microphones on, it cuts off the speakers. So if we had to go our headphones off, we wouldn't hear any of the music, which is why DJs wear headphones. Because if you didn't, the microphone would pick up the sound through the speakers and it would be feedbacky and howl around and it would go like... You'd be talking like that and it'd be really annoying, which is why DJs wear headphones. You switch the microphone on and it cuts the sound in the studio through the speakers, just switches the speakers off. And there's a little red light there that says when the microphones are on. But you know that because you switched them on yourself.
Yeah.
But just seconds before we went on the air today, the little red light to say the microphone was on started flashing out of the blue, but the microphones weren't on. And so I pressed a few buttons and gave it a bit of a wiggle, and it went nuts. It was like it was having some kind of argument with me, and the red light was going on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, all of that. Now, that's bad because when the microphones are off, and we know they're off, we say things that would be meant for off air.
We say silly things.
Yeah.
Silly things.
Silly things.
We might use slightly different words sometimes in the studio when the microphones are off to what we might use when we're on the air and the microphones are on. And it also means that if we can't trust that the microphones are off when they're meant to be off, we'd have to sit here in total silence during the adverts, during the songs. We'd have to be like this.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've just redone some studio training. You have to do it for once in a while.
Oh, God.
And one of the main things that they say is, please remember, don't say anything in the studio that you wouldn't want broadcast live just in case.
That's right, which is an absolutely impractical piece of advice.
It is.
That's on a par with saying to someone, "Oh, I'm trying to stay off the drink, or I'm trying to lose weight, or I don't want to be too drunk, and it's a party on Thursday." And someone goes, "Well, just have a drink, and then the next round just have a water, and then the third round have a drink, and then the fourth round have a water." It's great advice. It's totally impractical.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No,
especially if you sit with people and you're in a round of drinks.
Yeah.
And it's too much fluid. That's a lot of fluid.
Too much fluid.
Because when you drink the same amount of fluid in booze, it's different.
It is. It is different. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So is the mic okay? Am I alerting engineering?
Well, the fader seems to work like that. Oh, what's that?
Oh.
What's that?
What's that? What's
Oh,
happening?
it's switching all of them on, I think.
I'm on.
I'm on.
Now, if I fade you to out... Oh, hold on. Right, there, I'm off.
Yeah.
So weird.
Oh.
It's switching on James's microphone.
Oh, and he's not even here.
So when I close the fader, it's tripping the trip switch, which then is switching on. Oh, hi, listeners. He's still with us.
He's tripping the trip switch. Come on.
And then it's switching on James's mic. Where's James's mic?
Down here.
Yeah.
Can you just put it out of the way? Yeah. Can you just start tapping it? Okay. Then if I close my phone and I do that, well, no. Where am I coming out of?
Well, mine and Pip's are still on. Is there another mic down here?
Where am I? But then if I move this, listen to this. Ready? If I do that, and then it goes off, and then I fade it up.
That's really weird.
Shall we get an engineer up here?
Oh, I don't. It depends
who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've got engineers and we've got engineers.
Yeah.
Well, they have different fortes.
Is Cracker in at this time?
I don't want.
Just rarely the morning engineer.
Yeah. Cracker, I'll have.
Robin the Cracker.
Mary, I'll have.
Yeah.
Simon, I'll have. Who's the other guy?
Steve.
Steve.
Alex.
Steve. I don't know Alex. No, not him.
Yeah.
Jess is good.
Who?
Jess.
Jess.
Lady with the curly hair.
Who's that?
She's been in it before.
I just.
She fixes stuff. She's fixed stuff for us before.
Mary's my engineering woman.
Hello, Mary. How are you?
No, she's Irish, Dom.
Oh, sorry. I do beg your
She's Irish.
Right.
I know when the guy who took us off air that time. He walked into the studio and we said, we've got a problem. And he just... So imagine this is a song playing. He just walked in and went... And I leant over and went, no, we're on the air. And he went, oh. And then he went... and did it again.
Yeah. But he's very good in his area.
He's soldering iron.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, get soldering.
All the engineers are brilliant.
No, they're not. The guy who took us off air, that wasn't a brilliant move.
Right. They're all brilliant at what they do individually.
I'll put that back up. We're on.
Now, will we need them checked during the show or are we okay for the show?
I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it.
If all the microphones... Now, bear with me, because I can only do this test now. If I switch off your microphones and then try and create this problem again. Okay, now I'll put your microphone on.
Yeah.
Switch my microphone off. But now, where's that coming from?
You're
just you?
I don't. Well, let me turn mine off now. So you're coming through.
All right, now let me switch yours off, but believe Pippa's on. So I'm fading me out to switch it off. And all of a sudden,
I'm still
back.
here.
But
you're not back. You're just on mine.
I am, but listen how loud it is. You talk to me.
Hello.
If I fade it up, it cuts.
It does. You're right. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is really weird.
You're right.
Really weird.
Oh, I've never had that before.
No.
Hello. Oh my God! It was that fake radio awards thing last night.
Oh,
we'll have loads of DJs in town.
That's true.
I think the main thing is
they'll be able to help.
They'll be able to help. Come on.
So apparently, sorry, just saying,
Go on.
This has been a similar problem that happened not that long ago.
Oh, really?
It was about last week or something. But the main thing is that you can't hear us when the faders are down. Doesn't mean we can say naughty words, but it doesn't affect off air.
Jeff and Nora. Ooh.
Right.
Oh, blimey. Oh.
Ruddy hell.
Oh.
It's soft cell.
I tell you who gets on my bloody nerves. That Toby Tarrant.
Ah. What's he like, hey?
Oh, he's a right pate. What do you mean you can hear me? What? Ooh.
What?
People are saying this is James sabotaging the desk.
Exactly.
Before he's gone on holiday.
I blame James for this.
So weird. So weird. I've never known.
No, we do need to get that fixed, don't we?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway, they might say to me, oh, it's always been like that. Oh, do you know what? I'm annoyed now because I can't work out what the problem is. And I'm normally very good, technically, stuff like that. Do you want echo? No problem. You know, I'm there. I'm on it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You can nerd out with an engineer later.
I can what?
You can nerd out.
No. See, James isn't here today because James is now on holiday.
Now we have to dance to this.
We don't want to.
Nobody likes James.
No. Come on.
He's on holiday. Let's hope it's a one-way ticket. There's a party going on. Right. So if he was here now, he could go and talk to the engineers about it.
Yeah.
He'd be nerding out.
Yeah.
Exactly. The engineering off.
Yeah, normally I'm really good. I can fix the problems.
Dom will fix it.
That's a
won't you,
new...
Dom?
Oh, yeah,
Dom?
absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think you can say Dom will fix
Just
it
give me
anymore.
6... Just give me 6 months. I'll get that sorted for you. No problem.
Got a great idea for a feature, right? People write into Dom. No.
No, absolutely
okay.
not.
No, you haven't finished what it is yet. And they have like a dream come true. No. But it's going to be great.
That's off the table.
Never do that idea ever again.
But people do write into you.
They do write in, that is true.
Just as a letter.
We could call it. No. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's like...
I used to love Surprise Surprise back in the day.
Surprise, surprise!
Didn't Holly Willoughby take it over, I think? Yeah. I love Surprise Surprise.
I don't know if it stayed. Holly Willoughby.
I don't think it's on now, is it? Don't think so.
Don't think so, no.
No.
I was on her first this morning. Do you know that?
Her first ever one?
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
When she took over the job full time.
Yeah.
I was a guest on that day's show.
Is that when you... Yeah. You had like...
Hold up. Is that when you... Yeah.
Yeah. Is that when...
I remember you had sort of like salt and pepper hair and you looked really good and it was a tan. I remember it. I think I
God,
remember
really?
it. Yeah, I think so.
You had salt and pepper, hair, tan, you're about 18 stone. Remember that?
Really good.
I think I've told you this before. I thought you looked...
That's why they brought the couch in for guests. It was originally a chair, and when you turned up, they went, we're going to need a bigger couch.
I don't think it was during your big years.
No.
Was it? I think you were coming out of the big years.
I don't know.
You're in the big months,
I don't know.
I think.
It was a transition, wasn't it?
It was.
I trained again yesterday. I'm a beast. I'm beasting it.
Well
I'm
done.
beasting it.
What did you do yesterday? What, with trainer Jamie?
I'll tell you what I did yesterday. I did it again. No, so I trained with Jamie on Monday, trained myself yesterday, trained myself Tuesday, and then myself yesterday. So I've got Peloton, right? The bike.
Yeah.
There's also Peloton treadmill. But on the app, there's all these great programs you can do. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do today. I'll do a few weights. I won't do much, but then I'll have a look, see if there's a weights. There are loads of classes on the app. So you can just put your phone on the ledge or on the floor and just copy what they're doing.
Right.
So I found a 10-minute weight program, right?
Perfect.
That's good.
And he's gone, now you can use little weights for this, light weights and medium weights. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, right? So they go, so you want it to be between, 3 and 5 pounds, 6 pounds, whatever it was.
Right.
I don't know if my dumbbells are in pounds or kilograms.
They're usually in...
Right.
Ooh, I don't know, actually.
See?
I don't know enough about it.
I think they're normally in kilograms.
Normally in kilograms,
right?
aren't they?
So I'm like, I'll just use 6s. That'll be fine. Well, I think mine must be in kilograms.
Oh, right.
And they mentioned pounds. So by the time you've done a little warm-up, there's only like 6 minutes left of the class, so I've not really done anything. So he goes, all right, we're just going to do 3 exercises. We're going to do these, just like normal, bring your dumbbells up to your shoulders. We're going to do these above your head, and then just going to hold them out in front of you, and then do some lateral raises, whatever. Right. And then we're just going to go around in a circle. But you don't stop. You don't put them down. Oh, no, you do. You do push-ups. I got 3 minutes into this 6-minute session. Shut up, you. And I'm like, I've got to pause it. My abs are killing me. I've got to pause it. And then because I'm a man, it's like eating something like really spicy. You have a mouthful of it and go, oh, God, that's way too spicy for me. And then you have another mouthful.
Absolutely.
I did another 10-minute class.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because you loved it so much first time.
Because I'm an idiot, yeah. I just thought if it hurts...
You're getting the arm shake thing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I thought if it hurts, it must be good for me.
Yes. There's a lot of truth in that, isn't there, with the gym?
Are you feeling okay today?
My legs are genuinely still aching from Monday's session with Jamie. Like, genuinely. And then I did a run because my legs ache. I thought if I do a run, that might make it easier.
Yeah. And?
I rolled out of bed like a slab of concrete.
Right. That's not so good.
I've got a tight Achilles tendon today and I'm walking like Elton John. No offence, Elton.
Oh, like a pigeon?
A little bit, yeah.
Are you telling people to Jeff off while he's sat at your piano as well?
I haven't quite got to that stage.
What did you do?
Full Elton.
I don't know. I was walking home yesterday afternoon and it just started tightening up. And then I thought, maybe I should get on the tube. No, don't want to get on the tube.
There you go. Thinking like a man.
Yeah.
This hurts. What I'll do is I'll keep walking on it.
I'll make it hurt more.
But it was hot and it was rush hour and I was like, I don't want to get on the tube. So I just kept walking on it. And then I thought maybe I need to give it a good...
Did you give it a little stretch?
Well, I don't know what to do about it. It just really hurts. And then I thought I'll give it a pummel with the pummel gun when I got home. And
You've got one of those, haven't you?
Jamie! Jamie might be listening. To left or right leg?
Left.
Oh, yeah, that's terminal.
Is that bad? Is it? Is that so? Chop it
We're going to have
off.
to chop your leg off.
Yeah.
That's what my dad had said.
Yeah.
We're going to have to chop your
Chop
leg
it
off. I tell you what, we've got a special camera here in the studio that can see injuries. So if you just want to take your clothes off and just stand in front of those cameras, me and Dominic are going to go to two separate
It's also
rooms.
a disc that turns around very slowly.
Like a kebab.
Pippa went to a new gym one day. They made her strip down to her underwear and stand in front of some cameras.
Yeah. When you're on a little...
But was it behind the
spinning
curtain?
thing.
So it's okay.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
I was on a spinning plate.
But behind the curtain, but there was a camera on you.
There was a camera.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's taken a while, but we've got the video.
We've got the footage.
Just like a leg of kebab, mate.
Pippa's in a matching My Little Pony underwear.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Says Tuesday, but it was actually a Thursday.
Yeah, if I'd have known.
Rebel.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
Jennifer says you can massage it with your hands. You could do it whilst you're on the radio. Okay. Is it supposed to hurt, Jennifer? I'm assuming Jennifer's...
Well, if it hurts, then it hurts. But just give it a light massage so you don't kill yourself. Dominic, let's turn to you, Fitness Personified.
Yes.
Which is the name of your website, I believe.
It's pretty good, actually, going well. My only fitness is golf, really.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I do.
Well, no, you do like to, every year you like to shave a few pounds off.
Yes.
By joining a gym.
Yes.
Paying the monthly membership.
Yeah.
Not going to the gym.
Not going to the gym.
And then leaving the monthly membership, going for 3 or 4 more months before cancelling it. And you've dropped maybe £200 that way, haven't you?
It's true. That is true, actually.
Yeah.
It probably is about 200 quid. I did my neck in last time I went to the gym, so I didn't bother going. Then I went to a chiropractor who, I can't say what I want to say, but he created a few more problems after.
What do you mean?
My back was absolutely screwed afterwards. So I haven't gone.
You?
What were they called?
That's very good. So it took 3 months.
Pippa didn't know she made a joke there.
I didn't know I'd made a joke.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask you to say what they were called, but I was joking.
Oh, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say. He's very good, apparently.
What joke did I make?
I don't know.
Oh.
Everyone says he's very, very good.
So you went to a chiropractor.
Who everyone recommends.
And he made your back bad.
Yeah.
And you went to see him with a sore neck.
Yeah. I had no problem with my back at all. And I still have problems with my back now.
Gosh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah. I was on painkillers for about 2 months.
You know those people that glide through life?
Yeah.
I kind of wobble and stumble a little bit, like I'm walking up the hill on an icy road.
I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
I used to glide through. I'm not gliding through now.
No.
Everything is sore at the moment.
No.
It's not great, is it?
Although there are no problems, only solutions.
That's right.
Amen.
Oh my God, listen to this.
Pippa's massaging her Achilles tendon while you talk about that. It's really funny.
Can I run something by you? Because I always have to keep an updated track on whether or not I'm turning into a miserable old man.
Oh, right, okay.
And I don't think I am, but I really try to look out for the telltale signs. So, for example, I'm walking to the shop or I'm walking past a newsagent's and I think, I'll just pop in and I'll get whatever. And there's 3, 4 school kids outside the shop. If I feel, what are they hanging around here for? Stop it. I have a word with myself.
Yes.
Because they're allowed to be wherever they want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. They're children.
When I was at school and I was outside a newsagent's and somebody walk up and go, you shouldn't be stood out here, we'd be like, why?
Yeah.
Go on, clear off.
Shut up, Grandad.
Stop causing trouble.
Go and stand somewhere
Causing
else.
trouble? Not causing trouble. We're waiting for our mate to turn up in the car so we can rob the post office. Idiot.
I was so one of those.
Yeah,
and then one
you
of
were.
my mum and dad's friends, who I know really well, would come up to the shop and I'd literally be like, oh my God, it's embarrassing. And they,
Mr. Person.
Yeah, they'd see me and I'd like look the other way. So I don't want to sit.
Is this when you're wearing your shell suit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, I was less of a shell suit. I did borrow my brother's shell suit.
Were you Kappa?
I was
Feeler, what
I
were
was
you?
Kappa,
Feeler?
a less Kappa,
Cool.
Adidas, or Adidas.
Oh.
A lot of different coloured Adidas. I liked a jazzy colour.
Did you flirt with Sergio Tacchini ever?
No,
I had one of them. I used to
No.
love those.
I never had Sergio Tacchini. The boys did.
Yeah.
But
Very
no.
shiny. Shiny shell shoe.
Pardon?
It was a shiny shell shoe.
Could you just say that normally? What was it?
Shiny shell suit. That's what I was trying to say.
Anyway, so here. Now, please feel free to text in, message in. Ding dong, doorbell goes. It's delivery, all right? Tiff goes, that'll be for me. Now, can I just say, wasted breath, wasted words, wasted time that we will regret when we get to the gates
Absolutely.
of heaven.
Yes.
Tiff saying when there's a delivery, that'll be for me, is an absolute waste of time.
Everybody
because
knows that.
it's always for her.
Yeah.
Mainly because I don't really order anything.
Yeah, that'll be it.
But Tiff orders everything. She must order stuff in her sleep. If I watched her like a hawk for 24 hours, I would still probably miss her ordering 3 or 4 different items from different companies.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Quite a skill, isn't it? Stealth.
I thought she was having an affair with our postman, a local Amazon delivery man at one point.
Yeah.
It's too much. Anyway, so there's a gate, and then there's a step, and then there's the door. There's me, right?
Yeah.
Gate, step, door, me. Oh, so he comes through the gate, and he's left the gate open, and he's got a little parcel on the floor. So I open the door, he's not there. So I go, he hasn't left it there, has he? No, he won't have done. And then he appears.
Right.
And he's got another box. Not heavy, size of a table mat, placemat, And he picks up the other one that he's put on the floor. He goes to the first step, which is halfway between me and the gate. And he puts it down on the floor and goes, cheers, and walked off.
Right.
Now, when I say the gap between the gate, you've been to mine, right? The
Yeah.
gap between the gate and my front door is maybe this between you and me right now.
It is about that.
Right?
Yeah.
He went halfway, and put it on the floor
Right.
and turned around and left.
What was his thinking there?
I don't know.
It's 7 paces a bit further up.
Now, I know that these delivery people have unrealistic schedules and they bust a gut, and I appreciate that. I do know that.
Yeah.
But he would have saved himself, and I'm being generous here, 1 second of his time.
It all adds up.
Now, he actually then went next door, right?
Right.
So I'm stood at my front door. He puts the parcel literally equidistant between me and him, and then he walked off. And then he went next door, and I went, "Oh, you leaving that? You done? Are you leaving that there?" And Tiff shouted from inside the house. She goes, "Everything all right?" And I went, "Yeah, he's put the parcel halfway between the door and the gate." Now, he can hear me say this.
Yeah.
So I'm being slightly passive-aggressive, but not rude. So she went, "Why?" I went, "I don't know. I've just never seen that before." And he looks at me while he's waiting for next door to answer.
Yeah.
And then just turns away.
Oh.
And then when he's leaving, he gives me a kind of stare as if I'm absolutely nuts here. And then I went, "Have a nice day." And he went, "Yeah, bye." And off he went.
Oh, dear. That is
a
strange.
Intense transaction.
Yeah.
The gap between me and where he left the parcel was the gap between me and you, Pip.
Yeah.
Right now. That's the difference.
It doesn't make sense, really.
Now,
He could almost just pass it to you.
100% could have
Yeah.
been. Now, is that weird, or am I turning into a grumpy old man?
Well, I think it's a bit weird. Because you've gone to the effort. You may as well, you literally may as well take 7 paces and just pop it there.
Oh, it wouldn't be 7.
Or
From where he dropped it,
Yeah.
honestly, 3 steps, 4 if it's Warwick Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little bit of both, because it is weird, But also, it should be like, oh, never mind, and then crack on.
No.
But it is weird.
Listen, there are rules of delivering. Number 1, hand it to the person. Number 2, which I always find weird, put it at the feet of the person at the front door.
Yes.
Or number 3, toss it over the fence and hope it lands somewhere near the door.
Absolutely.
I'm cool with all of those.
The big 3.
But not the halfway and then just give up.
Yeah.
Anyway, rant over. That's the first 25 minutes done. Have a lovely Thursday. Bye-bye now.
Chris Moyles Radio. The Chris Moyles Show.
With the Skoda Elrock.